Hi, this is Terry with Terry Talks, and I had the wonderful, absolutely outstanding group from PartnerIn. I have Molly and Liz here from Vibe. If
Hello.
Terry, I am doing good. I'm back. I'm still full of the total Vibe tribe feeling. I haven't kind of come off this high. So I thought, let's do a post report. So let's talk about the very first Vibe.
It was amazing. It was better than Liz and I expected, if you want our opinion. I mean, our opinion is really based on everyone who attended, like Terry's, but it was great. It was so much more impactful than we probably anticipated. And we had high expectations going in. Let's be clear about that. But just the collaboration and the vulnerability and the safe space that it created, and us really being able to modify logistics as needed on the spot and just knowing what to do when and where to make the room and the environment the most comfortable and the most successful for the discussions that were happening. It was so fun to see how many sessions did not get through like half of their content because the conversations were so in depth, the volume in the room was so loud. It was just so great to hear. It was such a great vibing buzz.
I love that. Vibing buzz.
Our Vibe Tribe definitely brought the goods. That is for sure, Terry. And I would love to hear your experience as well for all of your listeners. But yeah, to Molly's point, like, I don't think that either one of us expected so many of the sessions. Typically when you're at a conference and you have all these wonderful speakers that come in, we had so many MVPs and wonderful speakers and new people as well that had never spoken before. They worked so hard on their presentation, and it was crazy to see how many speakers and presenters after like the first few sessions went back and totally redid their slide decks again, because this was not an event where people were speaking at you. It was definitely an immersive experience. And most of our speakers and presenters actually threw out their slide deck and were like, let's move these tables. Let's come together in a circle. We're going to talk about all the nitty gritty because this feels like a really safe space. And we just want to air all of our grievances and dirty laundry, and let's just put it all on the table. We are surrounded by wonderful people and colleagues in our community, and let's just figure it out. It was awesome.
I can say from my perspective, from that standpoint, it was really incredible how, yes, we had our materials ready. We were going to do a session as though, it was like, this is what we're going to be talking about. But it was really kind of not only in some of the technical conversations, but also in the professional conversation. So from my perspective, it was more personally, professionally uplifting as I went into the session. So I got a lot out of it and felt I got an uplifting, not only professionally, but also, personally, because pretty much everyone who's out there pretty much knows who I am, what I'm doing, what I'm about. But what was really nice is some of the people that I've seen in passing in all the major conferences I go to, I didn't get that one-on-one personal feeling with. Really, this was really, I think from my perspective, I got to know a lot more people personally and really know their partner practice story, how they became an MVP, how they move in the Microsoft ecosystem. So really great from my perspective.
Love
So,
that.
yeah, we heard that a lot as well. Just the nature of the day. We had a lot of breaks intentionally to allow those more in-depth conversations to take place so you could get to know each other so much better.
So we had the burst, the 1.0. What's happening now?
2.0, here we come. Let's see it. 2.0, here we come. Loud and proud. Vibe Tribe 2.0. I would say it's interesting just hearing your recap, Terry. One thing that I think people came in with a preconceived notion on that really, it seems like people quickly left at the front door was they felt like it was still going to be a competitive environment, even though there were customers there, even though we really didn't push for a lot of Microsoft there because this was really about partners teaching partners. It's interesting how many people said this really wasn't competitive. I saw my competitor, quote unquote, here, but I got to know them better. I got to understand their practice better. And I think we're kind of friends. So that was
Yes.
really neat to hear and see as well.
Yes.
I think that's
Oh.
one thing that I also got as a takeaway. I think the one thing is that, Microsoft is really talking about how to do the partner to partner collaborations, right?
Right.
One might be an expert here, one might be an expert there, but if we collaborate our talents, and I think you gave that feeling across the entire Vibe Tribe, is that we're here to collaborate and bring our expertise to the actual full limit where we're going to take an end customer all the way through the motions and not just, okay, we're stopping here, then we have to bring in another expert or, we might have to pull in a developer here. No, it was pure, non-competitive, partner to partner collaborations that were going on.
And that was exactly one of our main intentions on bringing the Vibe event to the partner channel. And I think one of the other preconceived notions that many of our attendees had was that this was going to be another dynamics or business applications event, simply because that is the background of Molly and I. So understandably so that was what people thought it was, but that is not at all what the intent is. That is not at all what it is. To your point, Terry, bringing in different experts to different areas, that's exactly what we wanted to do. So if you are a BizApps partner or ISV, you need to start building relationships with partners in Azure, security, modern workplace to help those customers through that full journey. So really the Vibe event is focused on the entire Microsoft stack. This is not a business applications event. It is across the whole stack for that exact reason and purpose with intention.
I'm just going to throw in there, and to your point, because I met an incredible group and I plan on doing quite a bit of new things with this group. So I'm a very happy camper at this point. You had your main sponsor, which was Partner Development Group, and they really have the key to the Microsoft kingdom. And I was amazed at the capabilities. So smart move from Partner Development Group to come in and sponsor Vibe, but really smart move from Vibe to have them there.
I like that.
We were stoked to have them.
I think their business is newer. Just obviously our business is a baby. I just looked on LinkedIn to see how old our business is. It's 7 months old today, basically.
7 months.
So, yeah. So it's great to have a new collaboration with a newer person in the sandbox too. And they're just a great partner for us. We fit each other well. It's a great relationship right out of the gate. We're so grateful for them. And I think they'll even be back for 2.0, which we're super excited about as well.
That is awesome. I'm hoping to be at 2.0 as well. But I'm really trying to move waters for this one. So let's talk a little bit about 2.0.
Let's talk about it. So right now we are focusing in on Utah, specifically the Salt Lake City area. I am, as we speak, going to do our third site visit today. And so we are looking at, and we can just tell the listeners because we're narrowing it down and quickly. So Terri can figure out her calendar and how she's going to move mountains to be there and oceans. But we are looking at either downtown Salt Lake City or Provo, which is south of Salt Lake City. So different vibe. Haha. And we're targeting September 21st through the 23rd. So that's a Monday through a Wednesday, assuming most attendees will come in on Sunday the 20th. Or, hey, if you want to make a vacation out of it, maybe you'll come on Thursday or Friday before the event starts that following Monday. So super excited. Vibe 2.0 is definitely going to bring stronger and more forcefully what worked so well. Terri, all the complimentary things you shared earlier, and just really build on that. And we're so excited to have everybody there. And it was a difficult event to describe. We talked about this a lot in our feedback sessions, and it was very hard to articulate what our vision was, but now going through it and having wonderful spokeswomen like yourself really describe what the environment was and how unique it was, that is how we're helping spread the word for more Vibe Drivers.
Yeah. I think that's so awesome. The thing is that, I just want to make sure that if people need to know, to be a part of this and to be a part of the Vibe Tribe is really something I think y'all really need to evaluate, okay? the purpose behind me going in the very first was, of course, to support Molly and Liz, and secondary to bring the Cosmo Consult, Business Central, ISB products to life. We all already knew with my little gold jacket walking around what was kind of going on there. But secondary, what was really great is I think that more ISBs, biz apps, these partners, Power Platform, AI, you guys need to really consider this 2.0, okay? So, I'm going to be coming after you to join. If I'm going to make it, you guys should make it. Just plain.
The bar
Right?
is set for everyone.
The bar set. Oh, I'm excited for you guys. And I really do appreciate what such an amazing event. And like I said, it wasn't just, our sessions. You guys had the entertainment, the karaoke. Oh my God. We did a karaoke night too, guys. I mean, that was amazing. Terri loves karaoke, so I'm always there. But it was just all that was just, it was wonderful how just everybody got together. Then all of a sudden you see somebody coming out of the corner that was sitting in the corner and we were working literally in the evening. Karaoke was kind of going on, put down their laptops and actually went up and sang a song. So, I mean, just from that standpoint, it was amazing. And I just love the community networking and great program. Looking forward to 2.0 in September. Looking forward to see how I'm going to crush this into my schedule. But we're gonna make it. I think that's all good. If we get a direct in, we're there.
Oh, thank you, Terri.
Thank you so much, Terri.
Absolutely. So everybody, I'd like to take this time to say thank you, Liz and Molly, and we look forward to hearing more about the 2.0.